Game on! Hi and welcome to Board Game Society. My name is Martin.
And my name is Peter, and today we take on the role as Imperial Scum and Rebel Hero.
Yeah, and in this special episode we are in a galaxy far, far away and ready to undertake an epic space battle.
Indeed, because today we are playing the core set of Star Wars X-Wing, the miniature game.
In the beginning of this core set gameplay, the two players start by choosing sides. One will control the two TIE fighters, the other one will control the X-Wing. Choose a point limit for your squad. 36 is recommended in the base game. Now the player chooses their pilots and/or upgrades. The cost for these are indicated in the lower right corner. Also on the card you can see the pilot skill, attack, defense, hull value, shield value, which actions you can take, which upgrades you can install, and if available, the pilot's special ability. Place the number of shields on the ship. When assembling the ship, use the corresponding ship token. Line up your ships like this. Now the players add asteroids, and so the game can begin. The first phase is planning. Now all the players secretly choose a move on their dial and place the dial face down next to the ship. The ship with the lowest pilot skill moves first. When moving a ship, the player reveals the move on the dial and then he or she uses the maneuver templates in order to see where it lands. There are a lot of different moves to make. Some of the moves are red. When performing a red move, the ship gets a stress token. This means that the ship cannot perform other red moves or actions. To lose the stress token, the ship has to perform a green move. Immediately after moving a ship, the player can choose an action to perform which might be activated in the next phase. In the combat phase, the ship with the highest pilot skill gets to start. An enemy ship can be attacked only if it's inside the attacker's firing arc and within range. The attacker rolls the attack dice and the defender rolls its defense dice. Also, now the attacker and defender may resolve their actions. Compare the dice with each other in order to see if it's a hit or not. When a ship is hit, start by losing shields, one for each hit. When all shields are gone, the ship starts to take damage. There is normal damage and critical damage. Critical damage will add various negative effects on your ship. After 3 normal damage or critical damage hits, the ship is destroyed. The last player to control one or more ships is the winner.
The artwork is nice on all the cards, I think. It looks good. It looks Star Wars. You feel Star Wars when you look at the card. There are a good amount of pilot cards for the TIE fighters and the X-Wings. The upgrades, there are only 5 upgrade cards in the core set, and I think that is too little. I wish they had thrown in some more upgrade cards, actually.
In the core set, you find 2 TIE fighters and you find an X-Wing. So all of these ships, well, they are actually ships that you can buy besides the actual core set. What I like about these are that they come with a plastic base and that they are mounted on top of 2 plastic pegs. However, be advised, because the first time that we played this game, we actually destroyed one of the pegs.
Yeah.
So I searched the entire web trying to chase down new pegs and we couldn't find any. So I hope that they will solve that in the future.
Yeah, that is quite bad, because they are really fragile.
They are.
The ships are fragile and the pegs are quite fragile, so take it easy.
Yeah, but they look amazing. Now I know that you are an old Warhammer fan, and I guess that you, as many other Warhammer players, that you were painting more. You were painting more than you actually played.
Yeah, it was 80% painting and 20% playing, and I like playing. And I was not a good painter, so I really enjoy that these miniatures are coming pre-painted, and they actually looks really, really good. Sure, there will be painters out there saying I could do a better job, but for what you get in the box, looks really, really amazing. And they have this worn look to it, so it really feels that they have been out in space and doing combat for a long time.
It's Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we love the movies, therefore we also love the theme.
Yeah.
Having said that, whenever we have played this game, at least I tend to see movies inside my head. I can see the TIE fighters crossing the X-Wing, the X-Wing making a 180 turn. I see those scenes in my head when I play this, and I mean, that's what it's all about. This is an extremely good theme.
It's a dogfight in space.
Yeah.
And you really feel that because it's fast and it's furious and you are at each other from the start. And I really enjoy that because when you do a good move, you feel that when your TIE fighter just roar past your X-Wing.
Yeah,
and you hear the sound.
You hear the sound. You do. And we actually used the soundboard the other night. Yeah, where
we can recommend that.
Yeah. Do that.
No, it's a good theme.
It's a good thing.
And maybe a little bit because it's Star Wars and we are nostalgic. Yeah. I think there are two main mechanics in this game, and it's hidden movement, and then there are dice rolling.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And you always have the luck of the die, you know, but you can always plan your strategy, you know, and there are some quite tactical moments where you choose how you will position yourself to your opponent.
It's a lot about thinking about how your opponent will make his or her move, and then trying to make your moves depending on that.
Yeah, and of course you can use the different actions like the focus or the target lock to make your attacking more devastating or your defense more defensive.
And I guess that there's a lot of board gamers out there who might be a bit intimidated by the fact that this is a miniature game, because they obviously think about Warhammer, which seems like this enormous big strategy game. But if you want to actually try and get a hang of a miniature game, Star Wars X-Wing. Awesome.
Yeah,
it's very easy.
And you also have I think there are two parts of the game. There is obvious the fighting, but there is also building your squadron. And I think that is quite fun actually, because you have different captains to control your different ships, and you can upgrade your ship. And I really like that aspect of the game, the planning and the building of your squadron.
Yeah, and I guess that's a danger with this game, that you will probably want to get more ships.
Yeah. Buying stuff.
Yeah, it's Star Wars, as I said earlier. I love the theme. I see images in my head. I hear the sound of the X-Wings and the TIE fighters. It's extremely easy to learn and teach. It's the first time that I've played a miniature game, and I love it.
Yeah, and if you never have played a miniature game before, I think this is a good start.
It is.
It's a two-player game, but you can easily scale it up to a four-player game, because you just split the ships between you and your teammate. You take one TIE fighter and I take one TIE fighter. And it's always nice because you can then share the victory or share the loss when your teammate has made a fatal move right into an asteroid field.
Yeah, that happens. But then again, then you could also perhaps strangle them using the Force.
So, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, and there you go, I guess. Star Wars X-Wing, the miniature game.